I believe that I am the best person for the job of President of the United States. My unique talents give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic. I believe that I'm the best person who will spike the conversation of the United States, get politics rolling, and stimulate new questions and new answers to our current political dilemma facing our nation. I believe I have a keen understanding of the economy and how to improve where we're at relative to other nations around the world. I believe that our goal at America's Third Party was to create a very strong platform in which would propel the American people forward with new opportunities and a new possibility of creating a better nation, a cleaner environment, and less war. Give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic at the same time.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to America's Third Party. I'm David Sponheim, and today is Wasteful Wednesday. Yes, I've got my green tie on today, which represents green. I want everyone to be more green if possible. Well, I'm sorry people are not happy being called out as cynical apathetics, but I have to do what I have to do. It's my job to call everybody out who is a cynical apathetic and keep them on track with either optimism or some renewed sense that we can share awareness among each other. All right. Thank you, Cod Fisherman, for hanging out. We've got a lot of things to discuss tonight. It's not fun to have to deal with this problem. We're out of memory. What the heck? All right. Not sure what happened there, but let me restart. Yeah, I'm trying to get my show going here. Apparently I was a little overloaded with memory. I'm just reapportioning. Hang on a second. All right, there we go. Sometimes a desktop setup can overload. I'm only dealing with 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, but it still works. We're able to pull the show off very comfortably for the most part. All right, we're up and running now. Thank you. We've got the show being broadcast right now at coolrock.com. Let me get a close-up on our community here. Yeah, there we go. Coolrock.com is my flagship social network that I want to, promote for people to watch our show. And you can get in and chat in numerous networks here. And it helps filter out the Cloudflare's blocking of VPNs. We don't get 7 views. There's close to 7 million views. Our YouTube show has been heavily censored for about 9 years now. I was making 20,000 views a week 8 years ago. You can even see it in the record. And then I went down to 2 or 3. We were shut down during that time period. So when it says 7 views, it means 7 million views. You know, I didn't really track the panic in Times Square last night. Maybe you can bring me up to speed. Times Square panic has backfired motorcycle mistaken for a bomb or a gunshot. Let's take a look. Again, this is a commercial. Let me wait till it comes up. Okay, here we go.
Drama on Broadway.
Hundreds of people panicked and started running for their lives and ducking into stores for cover after mistaking the sounds of a motorcycle backfiring for gunshots in Times Square last night.
And we just hear pop, 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 pop. I thought that somebody just came here and started shooting people.
Police say the stampede caused nearly 24 injuries. Several people were taken to the hospital.
Hats and shoes, anything they dropped, they didn't care.
A few Broadway shows ended early as scared pedestrians rushed into nearby theaters. Nerves were also on edge at a Utah mall yesterday. Shoppers mistook a falling sign as gunfire and started fleeing, some yelling, "He's got a gun."
It's the new normal.
It's the new normal. Now, only because of the constant false flaggery that we've been seeing without any confirmation of deaths, people are like Pavlovian creatures in some ways. They are strictly being programmed to be frightened of loud sounds. And most of the people at El Paso, at the witnesses, in fact, all of them said they heard loud sounds. They saw a man shooting a gun. We don't know if that man was shooting blanks. Hi, Tidy. Welcome. Are you in the lineup, Tidy? Let me get you in as an op. There he is. Now, I am opening up another option for tonight, co-hosting. Tidy was kind enough to donate for 1 month, co-hosting, a pro account at iVlog, and we are now open to co-hosting. If you guys want to go on camera, you can. Today is Wig Wednesday, so I'll be wearing my wig at 10 o'clock. I've got a nice one picked out. It's also Wasteful Wednesday, Social Topic Wednesday, whatever you want to talk about. No, I never read Dianetics. I was not interested in the book. Science fiction always fascinated me at one point, but when I realized there were so many of them in the late 50s, L. Ron Hubbard was just one of them. Well, I think a lot of people are being programmed to be frightened of loud noises. That much we know, because most of the videos we've seen are of loud popping sounds, no actual blood evidence of anyone being killed, but everyone thinks they're being killed. The people were being killed. No, Sarah doesn't wear a wig. She has beautiful hair. She doesn't need to. I wear a wig once a week because I go without showering on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm trying to conserve on water and also my roots. I try not to overdo my roots with water. And you know, there's nothing worse than chlorine on roots. Bernie Sanders is part of he's a shill, just like Alex Jones is a shill. It's not a shame. We know that they're all shills. Why does it shock you that they would only pick Bernie Sanders, not me? All these fake videos, Tekwala Raka, I assume you're the new Tekwala. All these videos that we're seeing really are just manufactured out of a machine that the government is going on all the time for crisis actors. We actually had a website recently where we showed the government was soliciting crisis actors in Ohio for 10 different events. Remember that? I know. Anyway. Jobs. I don't really know. People are looking for work. I guess they're willing to lie, cheat, and steal. Apparently, the GoFundMe pages pay immediately. Now, Scissorfight did show conclusively that they were posting a lot of these videos on screen in advance, and we've seen these news stories being posted 2 days before the event. That alone is indicative of a false flag. Look at this. So we're looking at dates 2 days before the event happened. Anything's coming next. They've got, like I said, they were soliciting for an event in Ohio, so something could happen in Ohio any day now. They said the August hirings were already in full force, and the crisis actors were being pulled together. So apparently Ohio is the next state that's going to have the next shooting attack. So many of you are watching us through the thunder in the Northeast. More rain. Unbelievable. Torguard.net is offering a year's VPN for only $30. Wow. Huang Guang is using a thing called Torguard. You know, I don't trust the Tor server after the U.S. Navy and FBI started working together to create it. So I don't know. If this is connected to the Tor server, I'd be very distrusting of that. Anything too cheap, I wouldn't trust. Huang Guang. Okay, we got some people now. I do watch the show, by the way, through our Cool Rock Hub. If I didn't, I would have a hard time seeing the show. Yeah, the Cool Rock community is designed for me to look at the show, and I've got this hub now. I can actually watch the show. Otherwise, Mark would keep me from seeing the show because I go through a VPN. Yeah. Hey, Scissorfight, welcome to the show. We're making Tiddly D an op tonight to see how he plays out. Tiddly D is a Republican who's convinced that... Hang on. Oh, I guess they dropped the call. He's a Republican who's convinced that the unemployment statistics that are currently on the agenda of Donald Trump are accurate. And he's right. They are accurate based on statistical information on how many people draw from the unemployment compensation insurance plan. Now, I wanted to explain to Tiddly D that the unemployment compensation plan works right now. People can get unemployment insurance for 24 weeks. Okay, let me get that. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, Juan, what's up? Yeah, we're on. Juan, what's up? What's the question? Yes. Okay, I got you. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, we got you. We got you. Wang Guang has been making crank calls all his life. Yeah, I'll be having a cooking show tomorrow. I'm having the Swiss chard cooking show. So I'll be making Swiss cheese, Swiss chard, and Swiss burgers. Yeah, and they'll be charred burgers. So it's a Swiss chard evening. Swiss chard theme, Swiss chard everything. Well, let's be clear. Okay. Chardheim, there you go. I was looking at the Tyson blackened, they're making blackened chicken strips. And Tyson has this product now that just arrived.
The simulation today began with gun.
And you got to wonder, didn't they have a recall on Tyson with the metal filings and all of the chicken? You got to wonder, did they rinse off all the chicken with the metal filings and put magnets in there and then re-char it and reprocess it? I just don't trust anything that's been re-charred, you know? I think that's what they did, yeah. What about those panko chicken nuggets that had rubber in them? 36,000 pounds. Anyway, so my argument, Tiddly D, thanks for making yourself seen. My argument is that the unemployment stats are incorrect insofar as they don't measure the number of people that drop off the roll of people collecting unemployment insurance. Remember when Obama gave out 99 weeks of insurance to people? That was like $40,000. Free money to all the people that were unemployed during that time period. Many of you cashed in on it. But now it's still 24 weeks, and when you drop off, they no longer consider you unemployed. Yet you are unemployed. So there's a real statistical gap with the current way we measure unemployment insurance and how it applies to the unemployment rate itself. Afraid we blocked your call, Wong. Yeah. Hey, I got to tell you, I know. We are here to talk about how we're going to save money on our own personal lives. Now, one of the best ways to save money is to have your own house. Okay? Yeah, many of you have been paying rent for years and are wondering what to do with your investment money. I want to make it available for people to have a house within a 10-year period at $500 a month payments. If you could pull that off, that would be like $60,000 for a house ultimately, but it's a $50,000 house, but with interest, it's $60,000. Good. You know, I don't recommend ramen noodles anymore. That's an old video, but I still have the ramen noodles that I put in that pack 15 years ago. Oh no, 10 years ago. Thank you. You know, I don't know which brands of free TV to get. TV antennas now, if you're living near a major city, can get you high definition television. I would say anything that has a good, solid antenna with a booster attached to it would be worth your money. Yeah, ramen will last forever. There was a recent restaurant that opened up in our area in a place that restaurants have traditionally failed, and it's not doing that well necessarily. It's a teriyaki restaurant, and they had the word ramen on the front. And I thought, wow, you put ramen on the front of a restaurant, that's got to kill your business. Nobody cares about ramen they can get for $1. Really. So they finally pulled ramen off the front of their restaurant. I think it may help their restaurant, knowing full well that people don't really care what they're eating at that point. Ramen, by the way, does have a high level of fluoride in it, just so you know. That's why they give ramen to all the high school and college students. They go through the ramen like crazy, studying for tests, and all the while it's causing their fluoride in their brain to max out, preventing them from remembering anything on the test. Kind of funny, isn't it? Well, let's be clear. Yeah. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, go ahead, Tony. What's the question, Tony? Hey, wait a second. Fluoride is good for you. Oh, so you use ramen to clean your teeth. Well, that's because you watched the dental hygiene video your local dentist gave you. There's no evidence that fluoride in our water system actually will prevent cavities. There's no evidence whatsoever that if you drink fluoride, you're going to lower your cavities. None. Zero proof whatsoever. And I've looked. What is false flaggery? Well, false flaggery is when people lie to you about events that are happening without showing any proof that anybody actually died. It's kind of like crying wolf in a theater, you know? You don't want to do that, but they do it, and they've been getting away with it. Our government's been allowing the lies to continue. It's part of a propaganda campaign to get rid of our guns. I tend to believe that the campaign's coming from the Russians. I believe that the Democrats' desire to push for gun control is a Russian-inspired plan. And now Donald Trump and Lindsey Graham are behind it too. Yeah. Largest U.S. immigration raids in decades. Net 680 arrests. Wow. It's a drop in the bucket. Poor people that are actually working 20 years helping families are being pulled out of their houses and hauled away to countries they've never been to, or at least 20 years ago they were in. Morton, Mississippi. U.S. immigration officials raided 7 Mississippi chicken processing plants Wednesday, arresting 680 mostly Latino workers, the largest workplace sitting in at least a decade. The raids have been planned months ago, happened just hours before Trump visited El Paso. So he had the raids go on right before he visited El Paso. What a joke. And he still hasn't constructed a container fence which would solve the entire problem of our entire border security. That's right, I'm pitching a $1 billion, 1,000-mile container fence that Trump can't even begin to do, showing his incompetence as a president in every way. All right. Thank you for that information about the... it seems like he did it for show. Got rid of 680 mostly Latino workers. Well, let's be clear. Now, these people who are doing this now in another chat room have to be banned. Thank you. Where have all the moderators gone? Long time passing. Where have all the... You don't have to moderate for me, New York EMT. I'm good. I just had to deal with some doxing attacks here. Dave has a great show, Moonwreck. I know. I don't have to go to Johns Hopkins. I know. Yeah, well, Hung Guang has called up and threatened my life, so if it really was him, so I'm assuming it's not him. A lot of people call up, threaten my life, claiming to be people in the room. Well, isn't it fun? We had to post that on the screen. We couldn't help it. Here's a story about an active shooter drill.
Fire in the hallways. It was a chilling moment and the signal for students to react.
Even when you know it's a drill, it's still really scary to hear gunshots in your own school.
Run, hide, or fight. Those were the only options when two men with guns infiltrated Sardis High School as part of an active shooter drill.
We heard one really close, so we all kind of like jumped over the desk to the corner.
So they're freaking the students out. Nice. Why would we have to do this? What purpose would it have to freak these kids out?
Corner of the room, and we locked the doors, barricaded the doors, and turned all the lights off.
Everyone was suffering from PTSD as a result of this active shooter drill. Why is our government doing this?
Junior Sarah Grace battles and her classmates hid while other students ran to escape.
With the events of Vegas happening so recent, then, it puts a whole nother element.
Oh, yeah, well, the event in Vegas with the Mandalay Bay, it makes all of us very much in need of PTSD experiences where we can all freak out.
On it in that, our mindset changes to this. This just happened a couple days ago. Your
mindset will never change. You're stuck in your police officer mode.
This is training. It could be real.
This is real training.
Here in Etowah County at any moment.
You're victimizing these kids. Who the hell do you think you are, dude? If I were president, I would not allow these crisis acting drills to be going on in our country. Yeah, many of you get PTSD after the show, I know, from all the spamming and attacks. Okay, Russia is flexing its muscles again. I thought Trump and Putin had a close butt-buddy relationship. What's going on here? Face off. Russia and Iran flex muscles with joint war games in Gulf amid fears of clash with the US and UK navies. Wow. So Russia and Iran are going to stage war games in a show of force against the US. Donald, if you're listening, could you ask your good friend Putin, first of all, to not show the sex tape that was used to blackmail you, and second of all, to stop these ridiculous scrimmages with Iran? Please. Yeah, can you believe that? You'd think Donald Trump would have Kim Jong-un. He probably would have, what do you call it? Vladimir Putin on speed dial. I have control. Iran has the sex tape now, no doubt. Good point. So Iran probably has a copy of Donald Trump's sex tape. You got to wonder. So, according to Mueller, it's the new normal for these people to have material on our presidential candidates that they can blackmail them with. I am totally in control. All access points have been blocked. No, I can't do the fungus in the bloodstream thing right now. Can I add it to my late night show? Because I have a 3-hour show in the evening. I like to play videos. Thank you. I do. I have a great neck. Nice eyes, yeah. I was born for this role. But it's not just a role. I am running for president. That's right. Well, let me tell you, Pilgrim. You gotta shoot from the hip. Trump does have a secret cell phone to Putin. We know that. And the NSA doesn't care, because this is the new normal. Don't watch the video yourself? Why not? Why you send video I cannot see? What do you think he sounds like, Pilgrim? I'm sorry, but the ATP story about the college paper cannot be seen for another 2 more days. I hear you, dude. I would never become America's bitch. I control the horizontal and the vertical. I didn't step into this because I wanted you to think that I'm weak. I want you to know that I'm strong. I know. So clean and professional, I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Well, the show on the road was done with the crudest material and rudimentary equipment. So it looks bad, but it is bad. It's supposed to look bad. It's a cult-like presentation. I've been told by time travelers that our show is the most watched of all times. So I try to do cult-like videos so that people will watch them in cult-like ways. Not that this is a cult, but like movies can be like Pink Flamingos. Right. That was a cult movie. Remember that? Where that woman defecated outside the trailer? I never saw it. That's all we ever heard was, have you seen Pink Flamingos? That woman like defecated outside the trailer? No, I don't really want to see that. Right, or Blue Velvet with Dennis Hopper. That's a cult classic. Yeah. A candy-coated clown they call the Sandman tiptoes through the night. That was incredible. You want a joyride? That's a great movie. All right. We are still in question land as to how we can fix this economy, and I've come up with some pretty basic solutions here. The solar rooftop revolution will cut our use of energy by as much as 40%. And everyone will save at least 20% on their bill. The government will make returns on the investment over a 40-year period where we lease your rooftop, and we will maintain your rooftop free of charge. That man made lots of money trying to censor me. The person who just came in and telling me I should team up with him. I've been fighting censors like crazy. You people have no clue as to how this is playing out. Censor Fight wasn't here the other day, but Max Out Credit sent us the location of a bar that Mark owns. Yeah. And apparently Mark is buying another section of New Orleans as we speak. Yeah. You should hook up, you two, Max Out Credit and Scissor Fight should share information. Yeah, because a lot of people don't believe that Mark has millions of dollars right now from censoring us. Well, Daryl, the plan of getting a basic income was my idea, and I'm willing to give $500 per U.S. citizen who's not collecting disability or Social Security right now. If, by chance, Andrew Yang or Elizabeth Warren, who also matched his number, were to win the Democratic nomination, which I doubt they will, I will match their number and raise it to $11.11 per month. That's right, for $11.11 per month, you will have a monthly income as a U.S. citizen, assuming they win the nomination. Otherwise, it's $500 a month. I don't know. All I can tell you is stress and behaving like that, accepting money from the dark world, is enough to cause anybody to get sick quick. Moonrex says, David's so censored you can be executed for watching his show in some countries. It's true. I'm afraid so, guys, and I'm sorry that people are executing you because you want to watch the show, because you know in your heart it's true. That's a good question. Scissor Fight wants to know if it's a gay bar. That I didn't know. Well, let's be clear. Was Barack Obama at that bar? Let's ask Cortana. Go ahead, Cortana.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission to help.
You can go to hell. Go ahead, Cortana. Go to hell. Okay. I gave her permission to go to hell. Let's ask Siri. Siri, can you play Robert Plant's 29 Palms? Apparently she can't. It's monetized. Great song, though. I'll play it tonight in our lineup. Robert Plant, yeah, that's a great song. Okay, now let's ask Alexa if she's jealous of Siri. Alexa, are you jealous of Siri? What do you mean? I said, are you jealous of Siri? No, Siri, I don't want to talk to you. It's getting confusing here, talking to my AI systems. I don't know how many people have been killed watching our show. What an awful thing to say. What are your thoughts on Trevor Noah? Would you do an interview with? No. He would like to interview you? I don't know who Trevor Noah is. All I know is that I'm the most famous person in the world, and these people aren't allowed to show me on their screen, or they'll lose their YouTube money. If he has any balls at all, he'll be willing to lose all of his YouTube ad revenue. Ask Trevor Noah if he's willing to lose his AdSense revenue over an interview with me, because that's what it entails. Alexa, why is creepy Uncle Joe touching my leg? All right, let's have a moment of silence to honor the fallen viewers who have died as a result of watching our show. For credible responses, let's take a moment and just listen to Beto O'Rourke's response to the El Paso shooting.
I'm incredibly saddened, and it is very hard to think about this. Very hard to think about this.
And it's very hard to think about this. And it's very hard to think about this.
And it's very hard to think about this.
All right, moment of silence completed. We're now on to the next step in the show. Yeah, so apparently I don't have the address. Max has it. If he wants to send you the address, you're welcome to. I don't know how Max got the address. Do you know how you got the address, Max? Because we can't trace anything at all to do with Mark. Yeah. Can you explain to us how you got the address? Thank you. So what America needs is a way to create jobs, and we have a program, the Home program right now, that's currently funded to the tune of $4 billion a year. Could easily go into this without any problem. There, he's posting the address, what he believes is Mark Vaughn's bar, and he's buying property across the street as well. So you can take that for what it's worth, Scissor Fight. That's what he posted the other day. Thank you. You were down there in April, and you actually saw it? Wow. See, he's eyewitness testimony. He says he knows that Mark owns that bar. That tells me that something's going on. And Tiddly D, by the way, is a guy who's on camera, who made a donation to make us a pro account last night. And even though he may disagree with my ideas and doesn't necessarily agree with me, he's in there plugging away and being a political person. So I appreciate that, Tiddly D. I believe a lot more people are without work than we are led on to believe in our country, as evinced by the homeless people that are pretty much on every street in America. But hey, you know, you are correct. The traditional statistic is that unemployment is at its lowest in history, which I argue is just BS. It's judo statistics. It's very nice of you to make a donation there and do that. So we've got a lot of problems happening with the world at large, where people are at each other's throats. War is constantly in the works, with Trump threatening attacks in Iran, but now his good friend Putin is doing war games in our face. Makes no sense, right? If Putin is such a nice, kind person who's never affect our elections, why is he doing war games with Iran right now? So, Donald, if you're listening, ask Vladimir Putin to just do something, something and all. I mean, God, what a joke. Jeffrey Epstein is being delayed. His testimony will be heard way back up in 2020. As early as June, as late as September of 2020. But apparently we found something out recently from released documents. Jeffrey Epstein had a Victoria's Secret connection. He had approached women claiming he was a scout for Victoria's Secret because he personally knew the owner, Leslie Wexner. Yeah. He never worked for Victoria's Secret, but Jeffrey Epstein definitely had a connection there. His good friend, Wexler. So we're wondering if that's one of the many things that Jeffrey Epstein used to bring women in. I don't have any Apple products, no. Nope. Okay, here it is. We've got the picture of the pub. You just Googled it on EarthCam. Let's take a look. No, that's an advertisement. We'll get to that in just a second. Yeah, so this is the location. They have an EarthCam there. Is that where the EarthCam is? Look at that bar? Really? Yeah, there it is. Cool. Apparently the audio is not coming in here. Is that the location you're describing? Well, let's be clear. Well, good luck. You guys have been working you like crazy. I'm sure Scissor Fight, you've been busy with that work that you've got going, and everybody's been doing all kinds of things.
Is this okay for the show?
Yeah.
Or should I change?
I don't care whatever you want to wear. It doesn't matter to me.
I put some burrs in the
Micro.
No, I should put them in the micro.
It's on the stove. Okay.
I put them on the stove, but I didn't turn the stove on. So
Oh, I'll take care of that.
Micro, if you want.
No problem.
I cut up some onions and mushrooms.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
On the cutting board.
Wow. So Sarah could be the image in the picture. You have the exact same face. Yeah.
The picture behind you, like that.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious that. Let me see if I can bring this in. Hang on. Web control. Web control to Major Tom.
Exactly. I was thinking that same thing. You're so hilarious.
No, I can't get any closer than this. So. As you can see, I look a lot like this picture, but not quite. You look more like it.
Well, only because I have my hair pulled back. Oh yeah, same.
See that close
same,
down?
Same height.
Same ear, same everything. All right, here we are. Sarah's here to talk to you guys because many of you are without anybody to talk to, and we don't mind sharing our life with you every night.
The picture's pretty sad.
What?
Yeah, the picture's a little sad.
Oh, that picture in the back? Okay, we can replace that.
No, it's okay. I just didn't